tango is just more.
Para poder bailar un buen tango hay que, como se dice acá en la Argentina, masticarlo.
I'm sorry, but I sing tango born and die in Buenos Aires every day.
Melancolía. I don't know how you say it, but melancolía.
Oh yeah, I've seen so many brilliant dancers dancing in milongas that I couldn't even touch them with a 10-foot pole. You know, so.
I know what they're looking for. It's very, very simple. Uniqueness.
I think when someone starts with tango, it's an addiction. I think that it's worse than drugs. I don't know, but I think like this. It's terrible. It's terrible. Go more.
I wanted to make a film about tango. I'd filmed a lot of tango, many days of tango. Amazing professional dancers, traditional milongas with dancers as old as great-grandparents, young couples dancing the new tango. But what was it all saying? How could I convey to those who know nothing about this dance what it is that drives normal people to become addicts? Sure, it's a dance of passion, vertical sex. You all know the stereotypes. It has little to do with this. But I didn't know how to begin. Finally, it came to me. I was sitting in a bar after having driven in a taxi halfway across this huge city and then changing my mind. I didn't want to go where I was being catapulted at full speed at all. I surrendered to the moment. I bumbled to the taxista. "He cambiado mi mente. Puedes parar acá." And it came to me. It's about the moment. One must surrender to the moment, and that moment is the heart of tango.
But when I dance with the milongueros, I close my eye and say, okay, whatever you want, do it. It's something I grab you like, tomorrow is going to die the world, so please feel this moment, this time. It's that moment that I say, okay, I'm dancing tango.
And so, I go in search of the tango moment. Sometimes that moment is about success and hard work.
I look happy at work. Here's Hosanna, smiling and working. No, I work, it pays the bills, that's kind of the main aim.
The World Tango Championships are about to be staged in Buenos Aires, where the best dancers in the world gather to compete. The two Australian champions are preparing to leave for Argentina.
She'll be very excited on the way to the airport with Jan to get on the plane. It's good. I'll be really happy to get out of Sydney, even though it's going to be freezing over in BA. Really, it's the first time that me and Fed actually made a choreography to, like, you know, beat by beat and worked it out. And I think that we didn't really know what we were doing. The end part of the song, when it comes up on one, we're just like, oh God, here we go. It's just like running and jumping and stuff, and I'm totally screwed by the end. So to dance something that's really physically demanding and then still make it look beautiful and give like a character to it is hard. It's difficult. I think Fed would like to get in the top 10. I would like to go and dance really well and not make too many mistakes, and yeah.
Before they leave for Argentina, Federico and Hosanna perform in Sydney. As I watch them, I wonder, how different is this Sydney tango moment to the ones we're about to experience in Buenos Aires? Our first step on the quest for the tango moment is Buenos Aires itself. The streets, the taxis, the faces are all part of the moment.
It just feels a bit more sort of run down than I remember. It just seems a bit bleaker than I remembered it.
It was once a great, great city, and a wealthy one. Unfortunately now, all of that splendour is gradually decaying. There are wonderful buildings here, full of ghosts of the past. The chandeliers droop, the paint flakes off the walls, but that creates a multicoloured patina of melancholy beauty. It is a city where the poor are plentiful and the footpaths littered with dog shit.
So the tango is really important. I don't know in Argentina. And we have to talk about Buenos Aires exactly. We can talk about in every part of Argentina. I think that the tango is a culture. It's not exactly only a dance or music. It's everything. It has to breathe on the air of the tango. El tango hoy, lamentablemente, is a pity that everybody knows the tango about steps. It's a way to feel. I don't know, at this time, it's a way to live.
I'm sorry, but I sing tango born and die in Buenos Aires every day. Here we are giving lesson and we are talking about the technique. But the most important is you know you are in Buenos Aires, it's all what happens around. It's not only the dance, it's what happens around, it's the taxis, it's danger or not danger, and it's all the history.
But why was tango born here? Is it because in a city denied natural beauty, its beauty lies in what the human mind makes of it? Its poetry, its music, its tango.
Here I don't know why, so the tango born here, so I don't know why exactly. ¿Por qué el tango nació acá? No lo sé, pero nació acá. En realidad la cultura rioplatense no es solamente Buenos Aires, ¿sí? Estamos hablando del Uruguay, de Montevideo, estamos hablando de toda la parte de Río de la Plata, Buenos Aires también. Yo creo que las diferentes culturas, ¿sí? Cuando llegaron acá de diferentes lugares del mundo, italianos, portugueses, franceses, alemanes, negros, yo creo sinceramente, por ejemplo, para mí el tango tiene dos fuentes fundamentales. Más allá de las fuentes como fuentes de inspiración, o sea, las fuentes, digamos, de raíz, es europea y es africana. Entonces, culturalmente tango, la palabra es africana, pero culturalmente viene también de Europa. Entonces esa fusión, para mí hace, por ejemplo, para mí abajo es completamente africano, por así decirlo, el tango. De acá para abajo. Y de acá para arriba es completamente europeo. La forma quizá de abrazarse o del abrazo, quizá de la forma más estética, no es de la forma del negro, de moverse, eso generó algo maravilloso, o sea, para mí, ¿no? Realmente no sé por qué nace acá, pero es muy interesante, digamos, para conocer el tango en la profundidad.
Tango is like a tree, yes? And this tree born here. You can take and put in different place, but will be something different. So when you came here, I think, it's my idea, I don't know if everybody thinks the same, but you can understand better what's happened about the tango. It's different when you dance in Buenos Aires, something happens.
Del amor conocí la delicia de embriagar y el placer que sentí, mi dolor llegó a curar, mi pasión solo vio los sentidos fatal.
I slept most of the way on the plane, and now I feel deflated, and I'm going to try and stay awake until the night time. And get into some kind of normal sort of state of being and then hit it tomorrow. I know I'm going to hit something.
Josie and another Australian dancer, Jan, start planning. Tango classes and, of course, tango shoe shopping. From the very beginnings of tango, women learned to seduce men with intricate footwork. Every step has to command attention. And so the role of the divine tango shoe was born. It's big business in Buenos Aires. New shoe shops open every year, selling to the influx of tango tourists and locals alike.
It's a really cute shape, like with the same...
Is that the heel you like?
No, I think that's a really good design, yeah.
Make them
Yeah,
up?
they make
Fantastic.
anyone, so and they've got so many different kinds of toes and stuff.
Tango shoes made in heaven. They create infinite dreams for women that no man can escape.
For me, it's lovely. It's only the touch in red. There are lines. But the design is to know where you need to put intention.
Their shape, colour, highlight the blur of movement. The stiletto heels pointed, menacing daggers. Like tight gloves, they sculpt legs, all the better to dart and weave around the unsuspecting male. To trap him in a web of admiration and desire. I was beginning to get concerned. When were they going to practice?
I don't know. I haven't actually spoken to Fed yet since I've been here. I've tried to speak, but it hasn't really happened yet. So I'll probably give him a ring today. 12 days. 12 days? It's all right. Pretty good. Yeah, I figured that we'd probably have about 10 days to practice, like, you know, like a 10-day period. So, yeah, we're right on schedule.
Yeah, basically what for practice, what I want to do is to have 2 2-hour blocks. That's the ideal. We really should be doing 3 2-hour blocks, but I think that's probably a bit too ambitious.
So tomorrow we can do before 1 or from 2 till 4? Yeah?
Sure, yep. And then from 6 till 8?
You want to book it in?
Yeah, I don't know what, yeah, for sure.
6 till 8. Sunday?
Just sleep around it. That's my sleeping time. It's my siesta time.
Monday? Okay, we'll do the rehearsal at 1 here. 5 till 7, 19. Okay.
Okay, because we're dancing on 20 to 23rd, about between.
Oh, are we? Fuck! I've done this all wrong.
Yeah, because we're on stage. We need to be there at 8 o'clock. We're on stage at 9. So.
Yep.
So including today, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. But so far, I've been here for 3 hours. We've still been practice. So I'm just whinging to the camera.
Come on, enjoy.
We'll hopefully practice at some point today.
They didn't. But Fed and his girlfriend Viola arrived early next day.
What did you last night?
I went to...
Already, Buenos Aires is beginning to influence the way Fed and Josi dance together. Cracks are beginning to appear in their rehearsals as they struggle to integrate the tango they are discovering here with the choreography they had developed back home.
It's way too busy. It's crazy. It's just insane. It doesn't feel good and I don't think it looks good. As soon as that bit starts me, it just feels like... And then it's just like... And then it just goes crazy if you could think that it could go any crazier after that. Like, I think it just needs like a... nothing. And then... Otherwise, you just don't see any of this cool stuff you do. Even if the music's crazy, you can still take a break of nothing.
We have 3.5 minutes to show how good we are.
To me, it's the kind of thing that if I was watching us do it, I'd be going like, oh, oh, like, you know, what's gonna, like, you're gonna fly off the stage. It's just, you know.
It only look bad if we're struggling to do it. If we struggle to do it, then it looks...
Well, we're struggling to do it. Yeah. Didn't know what.
Well, you really stop and do the jump. This is not all my responsibility.
I know that.
More coffee.
Oh, that's...
We'll be back. 1, 2, jump.
There is an essential conflict between the flashy stage tango of the World Championship and the introverted personal expression of the traditional improvised dance. Somehow they will have to come to terms with this if they're going to be successful in the competition.
Hoy es más como si fuese como algo acrobático o una pierna para allá, otra para allá. Y como diría Margarita, una milonguera maravillosa, una pierna para allá, otra pierna por allá, y al tango lo están destrozando.
So what is this conflict? Gaspar and Giselle are the 2005 winners of the championship. They can put on a dazzling display of stage tango. The World Championships are all about acrobatic, choreographed dance sequences such as this. much to the consternation of the traditional tango dancers. Ruben, a familiar face at the traditional milongas, feels, as do many others, that simple is best.
No hace falta hacer mucha figura para bailar un buen tango. Lo sencillo es bueno. Si yo bien... Y no quiero que me aten, después de decir que me frenen. Yo quiero ser liberal. Mi tango es espontáneo, exactamente.
Sí.
No puedo regirme por la coreografía, nada de coreografía. Por eso yo no podría ser participante de un ballet de tango, porque no puedo hacer lo mismo que hace otro. Hago lo que yo siento.
But the championships are about something more than maintaining the tradition. They're about the business of tango. In Argentina, since the economic collapse at the end of 2001, competition for the foreign dollar is fierce. The championships were started as a way to promote tango and to promote Buenos Aires as a tango tourist destination.
Well, in fact, the idea starts in the city government with, a couple of dancers that say we should improve the level of dance around the world. So they guess this was the best way to do it, and they put the championship here. In fact, when the championship is here, we have a lot of tourism, a lot of buying shoes, CDs, DVDs, everything is selling. So yeah, they have a lot of movements here. Also in the milongas, there's a lot of much people in other times of the year. We have research like 2 years ago where it says that only the 3% of the incomes of the tango came into Argentina. The rest was around the world. Because of the teachers, because of the shoe, and everything everyone was, getting money, but it's not coming here in Argentina. So they are trying to work on that just to change it a little bit more fair percentage in here. But it's not so easy for Argentines to get the money from the tango. It's kind of different. But we are trying to change that.
Whatever the outcome for Federico and Hosanna, the economic imperative is not as great as for those young dancers left behind in this city. For them, the reality of surviving is a constant presence. Success in this competition guarantees a good career, travelling, performing and teaching tango, moments that can become a lifetime of survival.
It's going to be fierce too. I think it'll be... Imagine the competition here will have a lot more... There'll be a lot more ferocity in it because there's a lot more in it for the people that live here. If they're the world tango champ, like you look at the guys that travel around at Gazelle and Gaspar and that, and then they have an occupation, they can make a job out of doing tango. So it's like there's a lot in it for people,
La cultura del tango se viene gestando desde hace casi 150 años. Entonces no podemos reducir al tango en 4 pasos o en una teoría idiota. O sea, el tango es mucho más profundo que eso.
So what is this culture that so strongly marks Argentina's ownership of the tango? I go to the Casa Rosada to learn more.
Yo adivino el parpadeo de las luces que a lo lejos van marcando.
The Casa Rosada, or the Pink House, is where Evita Perón famously addressed the poor, her descamisados, her shirtless ones. In a grey city, the Pink Palace stands out, its colour reflecting the blood of political martyrs. Argentina has had a lot of political martyrs. Their stories are somehow inscribed in the buildings, in the walls, in the faces.
Bajo el ardor mirar de las estrellas.
In the plaza overlooked by the Casa Rosada marched the mothers of the Plaza de Mayo. From 1976 to 1983, the dirty war raged, when 30,000 simply disappeared. Their mothers still keep vigil every Thursday in the Plaza de Mayo to remind us of this dark past. During this time, social gatherings to dance tango, milongas, were banned. It had a profound effect on the tango of today.
Habría que explicar de la dictadura militar o la política de la dictadura militar, obviamente, era desterrar parte de nuestra propia cultura. Entonces, ¿qué pasa? ¿Qué pasa ahí? Lamentablemente, todo lo que sea como identidad nuestra propia identidad, fue completamente denegado. Y se perdió en esos 30 años, o quizá un poco más, se perdió mucho. Tal fue así, there were dos generaciones, ¿no? Sí. Dos generaciones. Por ejemplo, when I start with tango, so I dance with only really old guys. So I learned about from them. I learned from them. So they transmit me everything on the floor. The way to feel, the way to hug, it is everything.
The sons, daughters and husbands of the mothers remain as faded images on placards held close to the heart, an embrace that speaks of unbearable sadness. And this moment strikes you with its poignancy, because tango is also about holding to one's heart. For tango, what does its embrace speak of?
You feel all. You feel you can bring together. You can do your step together. You feel her body. I prefer dance with close embrace because for me the most important reason is the embrace, because you start to feel different things, and not all, but the most are happy things, are beautiful things. But I really have the sensation of the embrace for a lot of hours.
Claro, lo más importante es, para poder bailar, es el impacto hacia una mujer, es la presentación de uno, es el abrazo. Y mayormente dicen las mujeres que tengo un buen abrazo, impacto. Por eso hay muchas personas que bailan conmigo. Bueno, cuando baila conmigo ella dice, no sé por qué, cómo bailo o cómo se siente ella en 3 minutos de music. Es la transportación, dice. Como dice algunas veces, algunas personas dicen, dime si estoy soñando o no. Dice que pensaba que estaba soñando lo que estaba viviendo en esos momentos bailando, para poder comenzar a bailar. Y la mujer primero siente el abrazo y ahí a donde se entrega al hombre. El abrazo es bueno, se entrega bien. Si el abrazo es más o menos, se entrega menos. El tango milonguero está muy cerca del cuerpo de la mujer y nosotros somos muy machistas, no lo quería decir, pero somos así. Es decir, queremos tener a la mujer cerca, brindándole afecto, y también uno quiere tenerla cerca. Cualquier argentino quiere tener cerca a una mujer. Para lo que sea.
Para lo que sea.
Bueno, cosa. Que limpie la casa, que...
There's something about tango that arouses the passions. A sort of tango electricity generated by two opposites, man and woman, leader and follower.
I like the idea of the first beginning, but by the time we get to the end, it's messy as shit. It's like jump from this side, jump from that side. It feels really, my legs are too far behind.
Thing is, Hosey now hates the music?
Yeah.
Yeah, Hosey hates the music.
More I hate the choreography.
Hosey hates the choreography. Hosey hates how tall she is. Hosey hates her costume.
Yeah.
Hosey hates going and competing because it goes against the spirit of tango. Hosey hates everything. Is that a fair analysis?
That's a pretty fair assessment.
Yeah.
Basically, I just don't want to do it.
Right.
Basically, I'm going to do it anyway. Basically,
Right.
I just can't find the right frame of mind really to
Don't
enjoy
bother.
it.
Don't bother.
Easy, cool, I can go for that.
But there's something about tango that can drive you absolutely crazy. And yes, definitely, it's the embrace. And the embrace that drives you mad. The first year and a half, we had so many fights, so many misunderstandings. How many times? ¿Cuántas veces tiré tu ropa del balcón, Ruben? I threw his clothes over the balcony so many times.
Ahora ya no, ahora me la llevo en maleta.
Now he takes his clothes in a suitcase.
Ahora se acabó.
Yeah, his favorite. Se acabó, my boy. Se acabó, my boy.
This is no lover's tiff, however. Fed and Hosey are purely dance partners. I was worried. Was this the end of their championship dream? It seems the milongas, where people gather to dance tango, may hold the secret to that tango moment that has infected Fed and Hosey. I head out to see.
At 9, we go to the milonga, and it's different because it's our free time, our happy time. It's really happy dance tango. It's like when you play football, you are serious, but you are happy. Nobody's talking, but we are in the great moment. When we are dancing tango, it's the same. If we have a good connection and we have a good time, sure, I will feel good for hours. Now, we don't embrace a lot of people in the street. So the tango is a good point to our life. It's a good moment in our day when we dance.
Tango can be seen as a metaphor for the machinations of human relationships. When we enter the milonga, we step back to an older era when men and women behaved according to strict codes, long gone in this age of fast romance. The tradition of the old milongueros, or dancers, was to teach these codes.
El verdadero milonguero era la persona que transmitía parte de la cultura. El respeto por la propia cultura. Hay una cuestión de transmisión de la cultura tanguera quizá vieja, ¿sí? Del que por lo menos a mí, como muchas personas, nos dejaron. So the respect, for example, the man to the girl, that they are completely, they were completely more than harm. It was like to take care of you. Eso era lo lindo del tango. El respeto, los códigos, era toda parte de la cultura tanguera cuando uno bailaba.
Probably the most difficult code for the uninitiated is the mirada, or look. It's the way a man invites a woman to dance. The men sit on one side of the room, the women the other. He does it with a nod, a raise of an eyebrow. It looks indifferent, but it's not. A fierce pride hangs in the balance. It's a secret sign. See if you can catch it. If she accepts, she stands and waits for the man to come to her. If not, she looks away. The floor fills with dancers. If no man chooses her, she must wait until the floor clears again, until once more she can catch the subtle invitation. It's an odd contradiction, tango. On the one hand, it's infused with the melancholy of Buenos Aires. On the other, it's about forgetting.
El día que realmente uno baile esos 3 minutos y se olvide de que está bailando. Cuando uno se olvida lo que está haciendo, no sabe, pierde la noción de tiempo y espacio, qué pasa en las piernas, es ahí donde realmente estás bailando. Es perder la conciencia quizás de lo que uno está haciendo. Y la pista, la gente, el código, el respeto que era el momento ese del tango, esos 3 minutos que son irrepetibles, que uno puede viajar a Saturno o puede quedarse acá en la Tierra.
And for the man, how does it feel for him?
Bueno, lo puede resumir. ¿Cómo me siento? Que uno se transporta, porque yo siento la música, la meto dentro de mi cuerpo y ahí es donde nace mi baile. A pesar que yo a veces me distraigo bailando, pero mi transportación no se va de la mente de lo que yo estoy haciendo, porque mi oído está completamente compenetrado hacia la música. Y sentir la música es como yo hago música con los pies y con mi cuerpo. Y me siento feliz cuando la mujer me dice que está muy emocionada con mi baile. Y bueno, yo le digo, gracias por emocionarte por lo menos 3 minutos de su vida. Eso es lindo.
I continue to watch them dance. They look tired, bruised by life, but still they move with a marvellous delicacy. I dance myself with Angel. And I'm swept up in the perfect tango moment. Thankfully, after a day's break from rehearsing, they're dancing with a new energy. They begin their next rehearsal with a beautiful improvisation, more in keeping with the tradition, and muse on what's been happening for them both since arriving here.
Before I left Sydney, I was really enjoying dancing with Josie, and then I came here and changed my style to adapt to the style here for about a week and loved it. And then I found going back to dancing with Josie in the style that we normally dance, horrible.
I feel much the same
It's
way.
horrible.
I have to say I've been feeling incredibly reticent about doing the whole thing. And I think I may have made the mistake of going out and dancing a lot socially. And yeah, definitely dancing with local dancers, there's a whole different feeling. You don't have to think and you let yourself go and you can be in the moment, you be with the music and with, you know, a stranger you don't know or whatever. It's very, 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 very different than executing a choreography, and I've been struggling to get my head around both things. So yeah, I feel a bit better about the whole thing now. And I think like we're getting there with the rehearsals, it's getting better. We've ironed out some areas that were a bit wrinkly.
We've made improvements.
Be another 3 days of rehearsals.
Damn, more work, eh? You know,
More work.
Same song over and over and over again.
Two days to go and the publicity for the championship gears up.
We are going to the Kempinski Hotel to do a photo shoot for the championships. It's 12:30 in the morning. I went to bed last night about 4. My face feels like a melon. Yeah, I think it's some publicity shots for the local newspapers and stuff like that. I need a coffee.
Fue enganchando de a poco.
I think that the Argentinian couple will probably be superb. But we'll give a run for the money. That's not true. No, we'll do our best.
Front page, bit blurry.
Okay, it says tangos, and it's in bold too, which is pretty cool. Es la major danza de paracas in el mundo. It's the best dance in the world, because es en la unique il qui di something con il otro. Basically, it's the only dance where you have a real connection with your partner.
It starts today, and it's astounding. There's 479 couples from 154 different cities around the world competing. And I love this, the way they describe the stage tango, in brackets they have those who like to show off with the acrobatics.
Yep. Because that's a nice little... Do you need to go down and watch the other stage people? Yeah.
We watched a performance
Yesterday.
last night at Puccini Ballerina, and there was they were Colombian, weren't they? Yeah, and they were knee-high grasshopper.
Yeah, tiny.
Really fast, and she did the splits like not like this, but like that.
Yeah. Almost like. Yeah. It'd be nice not to be performing in it, so we could go and watch it.
When you look at the speed and the flexibility
and the agility,
then
and you go, oh god, I'm really a framer, not a tango dancer.
I'd rather just go and do what we do and do it what we do well, you know. Well, we have to be there at 8 o'clock. So that's basically 23 hours from now.
They decide to do a quick visit to the championship venue and check the stage.
It's pretty scary. Look at my face, que cara. I'll freak them right out. They'll just look at me and be like, ah! I only know that it's good to get there, not have time to think about anything, do a few stretches, have a deep breath and go and dance. The only thing I'm not sure is if I look fearsome enough, if I have enough makeup on to carry the meterage between me and the judge.
Hours before, thousands of people are queuing around the block to get into the vast exhibition hall.
We're still trying to sign in. The 10 o'clock time frame, we're now in the 11 o'clock time frame. That's what I thought.
So what, we've got like 3 hours. What are we going to do? We can practice.
Get drunk.
Get pissed.
Much like the horse show that preceded the championships in the same venue a week before, the hundreds of couples are put through their paces. Finally, it's Fed and Hosi.
Sydney, Australia. 110, última pareja. Así pasó la pareja que compite con el número 110, Federico Gildo Matiusi y Hosanna Gabriel Heinrich, Sydney, Australia.
It's probably the worst we've ever danced. And
It was possibly the worst performance we've ever done together. And we did it on the world stage, so I think that's got to count for something, right?
we added a slightly new twist to one of the sequences, and behind stage before we went on. Unfortunately, I just completely forgot the choreo. There was no link to the next sequence, and then I tried to pick it up and forced it, and it was horrible. By this stage, the whole thing's a complete mess. The ending's just like, it just got worse. It's like a snowball, it got bigger and bigger.
It did. We didn't fall over though.
Well, so that's a good plus.
We got the ending in. We just got the beginning in.
A complete mess. So we won't be in the finals. So anyway, waste of.
Despite knowing they would probably not make the finals, they have to go through the process of waiting on stage while the lucky few are chosen.
Pareja 27, Salamanca Finales, 81. Pareja 43, Kyoko Yamao, dado a lo largo de este mundial. Mañana comenzamos con las semifinales de Tango Salón, que culminarán el próximo viernes.
But I just feel like we didn't do our best. That's the part that disappoints me.
We sort of didn't do our best, but we also did. That's how it panned out on the night, you know. And part of us doing our best was that we fucked it up, you know, like
improvised.
And that's how it goes.
Go for it.
Shit happens. Not the end of my world or Fed's world. We shall carry on.
Next day, Josie feels never again. Today, at least.
You lost the choreography one moment.
Yeah, and we didn't get it back. We almost got it together and then gone again.
What song was?
El Huracán.
El Huracán.
Yeah.
Huracán, wow.
Sí, pues se perdieron.
Yeah.
Well, it happens.
Oh yeah, definitely. It does happen. It does.
No, the next time will be better, sure.
No, yeah.
Not next
Because
time.
I won't do it.
Yes, you say never mind, but in 6 months you are working again.
Yeah,
sure.
Maybe.
Sure.
But what of the future of tango? Jose, Virginia, Gabriel, and many young dancers like them teach the new style and the old to ever-growing numbers of students. Although Buenos Aires lost 2 generations of dancers during the military rule, these young dancers are keeping the dance alive. The blending of contemporary techniques with the traditional style is creating a vital and ever-changing dance form.
Quizá, para mí, o sea, hubo una evolución muy grande del tango. Hubo una evolución terriblemente enorme, que es maravilloso justamente. Pero es juntar eso con la raíz, o sea, fusionarla. Hay muchos jóvenes, gracias a Dios, que hoy están fusionando eso, o sea, lo que es la parte de la raíz, ¿sí? La parte de la esencia del tango, y que se preocupan y quieren realmente bailar tango. Y otros, que recién empiezan, pero es toda una cuestión de tiempo. No se puede pedir a un joven quizá que ingresa hoy en el tango, que obviamente no está aprendiendo quizá la raíz, pero va a aprenderla en el futuro.
dancers in the competition this year were young, displaying this fusion of old and the new perfectly.
They have a very tanguero style, I think. They did very in a traditional way, but they put some little things that were very interesting, you know, in the dance.
The success of this fusion gives the holders of the tradition hope.
Well, yeah, I would. I'd like to say that some people are getting very depressed about the value of youth and how the youth want to do aerobic, gymnastic tango, and they want to do it to weird music, electronic music, and they're scared that when the milongueros die, that it's going to be a totally different dance. I'm not scared of that because I think when the kids can't do that stuff anymore, when they long for the embrace, when they want that connection, they're going to go back. They're going to dance like we dance. So it's just a little period in their lives, and tango will always be our tango.
Time has slipped by, and I've reached my final day in this great city. I come upon a church. It seems Buenos Aires has one final tango moment left waiting for me. As I sit, the sound of a tango mingles with the organ into a strange, seductive hymn. As the day draws to a close, I wonder, did we ever find our tango moment? Perhaps, despite an eternity of tango moments, we will always be left hungry, forced to continue our search for that moment of intensity, that moment of surrender, that one tango moment.